When you open the Adobe Premiere Pro, this is how it's gonna look like. Then you go to the file and then click on new project, and here you can give the name of the project. And then click on OK. So you can keep these settings as default ones. Don't mess up with these settings. Just click on OK. So when you open this Adobe Premiere Pro project, this is how the layout is going to look like. Now the panels may be different for you, but you can reset the panels and workspace basically. So go to Window and then Workspaces. And here you can see that there are different types of workspaces that you can choose from. So if you are beginning with the Premiere Pro, then you can select this editing workspace, and then you will notice that you will see there is some changes happening in this layout. On the left bottom side of this Premiere Pro, you will see this import media to start section. So just import all the video files or the images that you want to edit. Just go to the directory where your files are and then just import it. That's it. The file is imported over here. And now you can rename it as well, or same way you can import other files as well. The Premiere Pro project is basically a set of sequences. Just like in Photoshop, a document can consist of multiple layers. In Premiere Pro, a project consists of multiple sequences. A sequence can be considered as a one scene. Okay, for example, in a film there are different scenes, right? So you can think of the sequence as one scene. So to create the sequence, all you have to do is just drag whatever image or the video you want to edit. Just drag it on the right hand side. This is the timeline, and as you can see, just as I dragged it over here, the new sequence has been created with the same name as the file, but you can definitely change this name, sequence, for example, sequence 1, and the symbol is looking like this one, and whatever files you have imported, the media files will be shown like this one. On the right hand side there is this timeline. Now there are several settings associated with the specific sequence, for example the dimensions, output, etc. So let us change some sequence settings. So just right click and then click on sequence settings, and you will notice that editing mode, time base 30 frames per second, so that setting can be changed. Then frame size can also be changed from over here. Then pixel aspect ratios, by default is square pixels, but you can change it to something else. The display format 30 frames per second, time code, working color space, then sample rate, display format for the audio, and the preview file format is also mentioned over here. So if you want to change this, you can change the settings over there. Now let us see how to cut the video. So here we have got one video. I'm just gonna play this. So you want to cut it over here. So just take your marker over there, and then you can use this eraser tool. So just select that and then click over there, and you can see now the video has been split into two sections. So this is our selection tool, so you can just click on individual clips now like this. Now let us see how to add the transitions between two clips. So this is one clip and this is another clip, and you can see we are changing from this clip to this clip like this. So if you want to add any transition over here, what you have to do is, first of all you have to set the zoom level, zoom into that particular section, and once that is done you have to go to the effects. So to open the effects, just click over here, these two arrows you can see here, and then click on effects. Then there is a video transitions, just go there and then go to the transition type that you want to apply, say for example wipe, and then just drag that transition over there. So the transition will be applied to both the clips. Okay, and this is how it is gonna look like. So if I just run this is how it's gonna look like. So really nice effect is being shown now. Now this effect is being applied from left to right. The wiping is happening from left to right, but if you want to change that direction, then you can select that effect, and then on the top side you will see this effect controls panel. So if it is not visible, you can go to window and then click on effect control. And over here what you can do is that you can change the direction. So basically here you can see these arrows. So if I select this one, this arrow, northwest to southwest, what will happen is that the transition will change, like the direction of the transition will change. So you can notice how the transition changed. Now let us see how you can add the blur effects or similar kind of effects on the video. So for example, we have got this video and I want to apply some blur effect on that. So just select that clip and then again go to the effects panel. Over there you will see that there is video effects folder, and in the video effects you will see there is a blur and sharpen folder. So similarly there are other types of effects like channel, adjust, distort, keying, noise and grain, etc. But in this particular case we are going to add the blur effect. So open this blur and sharpen folder and then go to Gaussian blur and just drag and drop it on the clip, and then what will happen is that this particular blur effect will be applied to that entire clip. On the effect controls panel you will see the settings related to the blur effect. So you can mask the blur effect. So basically when you create an ellipse mask, what will happen is that only that section of the video will be blurred. By default entire clip will be blurred, but you can change that. So you can see here I'm changing the blurriness, and you can notice this image video is getting blurred and the entire video is getting blurred basically. But you can mask it using this, and you can notice that now only this portion is being blurred. Now let us see how to add the text on the top of video. So basically for that you can see there is a text tool over here, or the type tool. So select this type tool and then click on the canvas and then start typing, and you can see the text has been added. And again you can see that the new layer has been created, this graphic layer, and there are effect controls associated with this particular text layer as well. So you can change those settings from here. You can hide and hide. You can also apply the animations using this motion effect, opacity effect, etc. And finally there are some animations. So for each clip or the layer you can add the animations. For example, let us animate this particular text, and to do that just select that text layer, and then on the left hand side you will see this effect controls here. Let us add some motion effects. So I'm just gonna change the position, and for that you can add the keyframes. So I'm gonna add the keyframes over here. So you can see the keyframe has been added, and in the beginning I'm gonna add the another frame, and now if you run this you can see how that effect is applied. So what we just did is that we just changed the X position of this particular text, and based upon this keyframe what will happen is that X position will keep on changing, and so is the animation. That's it. These are some basic things that you need to know about Adobe Premiere Pro. If you are just starting with Adobe Premiere Pro, then I think this particular video would have given a really good overview of the Adobe Premiere Pro features. But if you want to learn more advanced features, then subscribe to this channel and I'll keep posting some more advanced features as well.